It's 6:30 in the morning. I've been up chatting to one of my friends in another time zone for about a little while now, and I'm about to drive to a place called Arlington, Texas. I'm currently on the outside of Dallas in a place called Willie, which was a safe area to park for the night. I parked in a Holiday Inn Express parking lot, put up the curtains, had no issues. There's some really unsafe areas of Dallas, so in this vlog I'm going to talk to you a bit about what you can do to make sure that you're parking in safe areas overnight, because I made that mistake 2 nights ago, well 3 nights ago now, where I parked in an area that wasn't the safest and I had someone trying to break in at 1 in the morning, and that was not fun. But we're gonna get to that a bit later. Right now we're gonna get ready. We're gonna go to the gym hopefully, because I'm starting to get a bit smelly. It's been 3 days since I showered and I really want to change that, so Planet Fitness, here we come. And then I'm going to Repair Place in Arlington, and then I'm gonna start heading towards Big Bend National Park, which I'm super excited for. Currently stopped in a not so safe area of Dallas, and I had to stop because my engine was making sounds in first, second, and third gear. It's like a clucking sound, like a cranking, not like a cranking sound, but like a thing hitting itself sound, and it sounded like something in the engine, and it was in first, second, and third gear when that was happening. Fourth gear, maybe it's just so loud that I can't hear it, but no good. So I pulled over, I looked up stuff on the Samba, looked up stuff on VANLIFE, tried to get in touch with mechanics. Turns out like 12 of the people that I tried contacting can't work on the bus, and so trying to problem solve, I looked on the Samba forums, tried to figure out what people do when their engines are having issues with the clucking sound. And I also texted a couple friends who know about buses a little bit. One thing I did figure out is that it was super low on oil, which means that the metal engine rods could have been hitting, which could be a really expensive repair. One of the guys that I was talking to said it might be something with the valves, which could mean something with the engine, because sometimes those new engines aren't made so well and it doesn't have a warranty, which is no good. So let's figure out what it is. I use the Castrol GTX 20 to 50. If you are in a bus, you should probably carry this with you, the big 5-quart container, because you're probably gonna need it at some point, like today. And so I didn't have, another thing was I have one back home, but for some reason I did not pack my, it's like one of those Y-neck filters, you know, the thing that you use to like pour oil into that makes it thin at one end and wide at the other. Well, it's a circular thing and narrows it down into that lovely thing. Well, I didn't bring it, so I would say if you are packing for the road, please bring it. And paper towels. You can never have enough paper towels. I'm super thankful that I did. Also, soap. Soap's amazing, and water. That's how I was able to wash the oil off my hands. Got oil pretty much everywhere. I don't know if you can see because it's a little bit dark under here, but this thing has some oil built up on it. You can probably see the reflection there. And then this, where you actually change oil in this area, it's got some oil that's already dripping out onto the ground. So obviously that might be a culprit. Maybe I've just been dripping oil and it got to a point where it was so low. The one thing I still do need to find a way to check though is what the sound is and if there's little metal parts in my oil, because if there is, then it's been grinding at it and that might be a bad thing. Made a little bit of a mess, hopefully did some good for the engine. Guess we'll find out once I see a mechanic. Good morning! It's another morning of van life, and it is kind of rainy out. I'm about to drive to the gym. I'm just outside of Dallas, Texas. There's a couple of suburbs that are kind of safer than South Dallas, for instance, that I drove through yesterday. And yeah, had a good night's rest, heard a lot of rain. It's supposed to rain all day, and let's go work out. It's a good way to start the day. Plus, I can use their Wi-Fi and clean up and get into something warm because it's gonna be cold and rainy today. And then I'm going to figure out either, we're gonna look at the radar and figure out strategically if we're gonna drive today or tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, but I'd like to get to the national park sooner than later, but make sure that it's safe because I still don't have working windshield wipers. So I used Rain-X, which works pretty well, but if you're driving for hours, it doesn't work as well, even if you freshly sprayed it. So I'm gonna look at the radar after I work out and clean up and figure out either I'm going to drive towards Big Bend, or second option is to go to a local cafe or any sort of thing, even if it's McDonald's again, and crunch out some editing and working and going through photos and videos, creating stuff. I still have stuff from Hawaii to go through that I'm really pumped to actually sit down and edit. So either way, it's gonna be a good day. It's bright out, even though it's kind of rainy, and let's go. Thank you, Rain-X. Got to see out of my front windshield without the wiper blades working. Here is the lovely Planet Fitness. We're here, folks, and guess what? They have electronic video surveillance cameras in use. Yes, Planet Fitness, for the win. You're now open. Up at Planet Fitness. This is why you join a gym, guys. Look at this wet hair. It has been showered and I am clean. It feels so good to be clean, especially after being in the van the night of rain. And like it's all stuffy. So now it's great. And my windshield is dry, guys. It stopped raining. How good is that? So I'm gonna go to Aldi. I want to get another water bottle because my protein shaker one isn't working so well for me. It kind of smells even when I clean it with soap and stuff. So I want to get another water bottle, like a reusable one obviously, and maybe some frozen fruit, some ice, and some stuff for the national park just so I can like have fresh produce because I don't know what groceries are gonna be like there. And then since it's not pouring rain, we're gonna start driving towards Big Bend. Yay! I'm so excited. Going into Aldi just now. Back from Aldi, I got quite a few fresh vegetables. Let's see what I got. I got some new almond milk, the unsweetened kind. I got some zucchini because I'm gonna be camping where I can actually cook with my stove. I got some bella mushrooms. Got some hummus. They had really cheap hummus, but it had soy in it and I don't do soy, so expensive organic hummus. Woo! Okay, so then I got an entire bag full of avocados for $2.49. That's pretty good because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avocados for $2.49. That's pretty good. And then I got broccoli, 2 heads of broccoli. It'll be yummy. And then also, it's worth mentioning, I do have seasoning, so these are gonna cook and be yummy. Oop, plantains. Plantains are so good to cook. And I got, this is crazy, but you can get 2 pounds of kiwis here. So eat up on those kiwis. They're actually really good for hiking. And you can eat the skin too. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that till like a year ago. So that is what I got. It was in and out, not a bad experience. I was kind of hoping to find a water bottle, which I didn't find. So a water bottle and some ice are on my list before I actually get to Big Bend. But I'm gonna put these in the cooler real quick and then I'm gonna start driving and there'll be somewhere along the way that I can stop for that.